CQ Crafty coming in with another Use Up the Things, and we're using cut files from Creative Cuts Club or Redefined to Creative. Show it, because I should say not all of these are just from Creative Cuts. This one was on Christina had around Christmas time. She had like a little mini bundle of pre-cut cut files, and this one came with it with a bunch of other Christmas ones. This is the only one that wasn't Christmassy, but ironically, I am going to use them to scrap these two pictures of my son meeting my grandparents who lived in a nursing home at the time for the first time, and it was around Christmas. So, of 2013, a long time ago. And I had this kind of Mod Podge kit. This stuff wasn't all together originally, but when I was picking up my scraps and organizing my scrap room, I had put this stuff kind of together. I'm not sure where this chipboard came from, but it was in a kit. And this stuff, the colors all kind of went together. I had these random jelly bean soup flowers that I thought went really good. And these brads. I think these brads came with this chipboard. Maybe not. These brads might have come with something else. But I had a bunch of papers from Dear Lizzie. This is Neapolitan. What year is this? 2011. So that, and then I know these are jelly bean soup. So I'm gonna do, and so Neapolitan, this is the paper that was that. I had already cut it and then remembered, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be making a video. But my thought was, I really like the layouts that have the angled thing on top, angled thing on the bottom, and then we're gonna do kind of pictures down in either the left or right hand corner depending on where I angle these. And I decided I'm going to and then I'm going to put some of these strips with those angles, and then I'm going to back my cut file with all these fun colors and textures and patterns that are on the back of this paper, which is this paper that I cut already. So, which I had to kind of just make a decision on which ones I wanted. I really wanted this, but I really wanted more of the things on this side, so this got, yeah. But yeah, so that is my plan. I just need to find a background paper, really. So I think I'm gonna back my cut file quick and kind of get these angled, and then I'll find a background paper that works really well. All right, let's get started. All right, I went digging in my stash and I found this BU paper. Really old. I think it was a Lily Bee design, BU. I loved the color. It's like a greeny blue, but I did not like the weird flowers on it and birds. So I figured they were in such places that I probably could just cover them up, and lo and behold, I'm able to. So I got my angles down, and I'm just kind of putting some of those borders up as well, and just creating some interest along the angles, so it's not just the stark angles, because this is, with the heart cut file, this is very like happy like flowy layout, not geometric really. So I'm gonna figure out so I can make it so they stretch all the way across. And then I had this other, it's same line, that Dear Lizzie line, Neapolitan. I really liked the little sentiment that was actually on the branding strip, and it was better together. And so I figured I could make a little cluster up to cover up the gap, because I needed that to stretch all the way across. And when you take anything 12 by 12 and put it on an angle, it's not going to stretch, or 12 inches long, it's not going to stretch across the page, because now it's more than 12 inches. So you can creatively make gaps and cover it up. And then just to kind of do a visual triangle. And I'm noticing I'm not doing as much of a visual triangle as I used to. Because, I mean, it is a design rule out there, but it's not like you have to do it. So I'm kind of in the range with this layout, and I've done some other layouts lately too, where it's like I have this really nice balance where I have a heavier something on one side, in this case kind of the lower right with the cut file, and then I branch out below my photo, so it's kind of encompassing the photo on the lower right, and then something to balance it off up on the upper left, just something to balance. So I create that little embellishment cluster with the circle journaling, and then I create a banner with the little sentiment that was on the banner strip, and then I cut another little couple inches to create another banner, and then use one of those flowers, and I balance a couple of the flowers. Odd numbers are always more pleasing to the eye, so I am doing only 3 of those flowers, and I end up making a card after this for a little girl who's got a birthday coming up that doesn't get to celebrate because of all the quarantine stuff. So so it did go to good use, and so did the mason jar, because I'm not going to use that either. So I found that little spot for that bow. I really like that, and used an old label out of my stash. This is all about using up things in my stash, and using as many of those brads as I can, and I end up using the last brad on the same card. I used the last flower, the brad, and the mason jar actually all on the card that I made after this. So that worked out really well. So literally I killed whatever was left in this little baggie. I even used up the branding strip that was left too, and some of the pattern paper. So just using up everything, going around, and just I put those brads around in little clusters, and now just using some old stickers just to put Gen for generations, and finding a little silver 3, and that's it. Nice, short and sweet. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Adding a little journaling. I hope you guys all enjoy it and have a fantastic day. Bye.